Yeah, kind of, but I always forget how to do that.
I do see that we're live. Ew.
Okay, we are live. This is officially the first PillowTalk podcast of the year. That means that we are closing in on some kickball. Next weekend, we will be in West Palm Beach for the First Circuit 2018. If I could just have you guys introduce yourselves, tell us who you are playing for in West Palm Beach, and if you're playing for an availables team and have an established team, go ahead and tell us that as well. And Steph, let's start with you.
All right. I'm Zorn. I live in Dallas. I'm on Vajangles and Bojangles, and in West Palm, I'm playing on TBD and Clean Kids.
All right.
I am Callie, also known as the Photoshop lady sometimes to people. I will not be in West Palm Beach. I'll be in Mexico getting equally as drunk as the rest of you, if not more. But I am on Vajangles and Bojangles with Zorn as well.
Hey.
Hello.
Amanda.
Which one?
Ooh.
I said Amanda to differentiate. Not
So I'm Amanda. I play in Captain Hazard for co-ed, and then with VJs on Sunday.
Excellent. And VJs will be in West Palm Beach. And Panda.
Hi, I'm Panda. I am playing on Crocodilly Dilly with Macy, and I now play on Blackouts.
Oh, wow. Is this like breaking news, or I just don't know?
It's new. There are 4 of us from Evolution now on Blackout.
Nice. All right. Very cool. Yeah, I'm Macy. Next weekend I am captaining Crocodilly Dilly. And I actually started a new women's team this year. We're called Regifted, in Southern California.
Called what?
Regifted.
Yeah.
Regifted.
Oh, yes, I knew that.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, very excited to see you all in West Palm Beach. I want to know if you've heard of any new teams that are going to be attending next weekend, or if you've heard of any new teams that you think are still building or just can't make it to this particular tournament. And Amanda, let's start with you.
All right, it seems like we've got some new teams out of Florida. So I know here locally in Orlando, Life's a Pitch, whose first year was last year. A few of them have broken off, and they are playing as Crazy Pitches, which is an availables for West Palm. But I think they're sort of planning on being established, and this is sort of a trial run for them. That'll be 4 or so girls from Life's a Pitch and some other new Orlando girls trying out women's circuit for the first time. And then Tampa seems to have something similar going. So Beast Mode Barbies was a women's team from Tampa last year. And this year we also have Tampa Bays, which are headed down there as well. And it sounds like they both kind of hail from 2 different leagues there. So it's fun to have 2 Orlando teams and 2 Tampa teams headed down there.
Great. Any other new women's teams on your radar that might not be in attendance?
I'm excited to sort of see where the pieces shake out from some of the rule changes last year. I know there have been some rumors about some Louisiana teams happening, or maybe some new teams up in the DC area. I know there were some players kind of left homeless by some of the new rules, and I'll be excited to hopefully see where those players fall and hope they stick with women's and find a home somewhere.
Cool. Yeah, we're going to get into the new rules in a little bit as well. Zorn, Callie, I'm just going to use you guys as one unit since you're sharing the screen. But tell me a little bit about women's teams that you've heard, either going next weekend or just in general, and what you expect to see.
I don't really know of any other new teams except, I mean, I saw on the women's kickball page that there's a team from Portland. I don't know what tournaments they're doing. And and then a new one, your team, Macy from SoCal. So I don't know of any other new ones except, like Amanda said, the one from New Orleans or Louisiana, somewhere that area. But other than that, I haven't heard of any more new teams in this area or anywhere in general. So nothing.
I got nothing.
I don't know a lot of facts about things, so
There's actually
just here to drink and have fun.
These are all lies. Callie, anything to add?
I have nothing except that I do know about Regifted, and that is all the information that I have about that.
Very good. Panda, what about you? What you got for us?
All right, so Tampa Bay's is new and looks like it's captained by John Farber, my captain of Blackout.
Oh.
Looks like an interesting group. Looks like about the majority of their team, it's their first circuit tournament. So that's pretty exciting to bring out new faces.
Bug ever.
So that's good. And also 99 Problems out of St. Louis. They are going to be there. Looks like they've done availables before, but this one's set up as an established team. So, and there are a lot of new people. Gosh, they only have 9 girls registered though. So, I mean, same with VJ's Amanda. So, I don't know. I guess they just need some more gals. So, but that's what I know of as new, in addition to Regifted. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. Anything west of Louisiana, I don't really know of, other than yours.
I'm not positive, but I think that 99 Problems might be a reemergence from a team that played early in circuit in like 2015. I'm not.
I know they're St. Louis based.
What's that?
I know they're St. Louis based, and I don't know, like something changed in league apps. You can't stalk people anymore.
Yeah. I tried to
Totally
do some
disappointed.
tried anything.
5, please turn the stalking feature back on for us.
I'll make some calls.
Okay, ladies, before we get into talking about the pools for this weekend, I think the world is really interested in knowing a little bit about you as an individual, so you're not just a pretty face on the PillowTalk podcast. I'm interested to know a hobby that you have outside of kickball and drinking, because that's pretty much what the world knows of most kickballers. Panda, let's start with you.
All right. Oh gosh. Well, I love hanging out with my dogs. I play women's flag football, softball, and co-ed flag football. And whenever the season comes back around, I also play beach volleyball. So I don't know. That's all I do. I just play sports.
Okay, awesome. Callie/Zorn.
You first.
I am still getting into this whole Photoshop situation. As most of you guys know, my goal for 2018 is to create a beer can and to get that into production. So if anybody out there knows somebody, pick me up, because that is my goal and that is my new favorite hobby, is to design a beer can. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, we might have people for you.
Goals.
See?
Best way to market yourself. Yeah. My goal for 2018 is to drink the beer that Callie creates the label for. And then, let's see, I play co-ed softball. I'm a softball coach, so that takes up a huge majority of my time.
Nice.
As far as hobbies for me, I like going to concerts, live music. Yeah, that's about it.
We do most of those things together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
How fun. Amanda?
I am like a closet crafty person. Eric makes fun of me, like our apartment, he comes home from being gone for a weekend and there's like a whole new wall set up or some different stuff.
She's always crafting these closets.
So my new favorite is I've taken kind of my old Availables jerseys and I've turned them into like a wall situation, because once you've been in it for quite a few years, you have a lot of shirts.
Is that what you call it, the situation?
Nice. Well played.
Okay, very cool. I also like crafty stuff. I like to make greeting cards.
Oh,
Cute.
Yeah, little punny ones. Okay, ladies, we're looking at 2 pools for West Palm Beach. Pool A, Bombshells, Raging Cheetahs, Crocodilly Dilly, Beast Mode Barbies, 99 Problems, and Kickball Things. There's one matchup that won't be played. 1 doesn't play 6, 2 doesn't play 5, 3 doesn't play 4. And then in Pool B, we have VJs, TBD, Life's a Pitch, Tampa Bays, and Crazy Pitches. Amanda Z, interested to know, there's 11 teams there. That means 8 make it out, 3 get left behind. Who are your 8 moving forward next weekend?
Can I do the 3 not coming? Because I feel like that's easier on the math.
I mean, to be honest, I initially had that as the way that I was going to word the question, and then I thought maybe not everyone watching would remember all 11 teams and wouldn't be looking at it. So go ahead. You can name the 3 that won't make it, and I'll just kind of switch it around as we go.
I could do the long way. That's a valid point. All right, so from Pool A, I think Bombshells, Cheetahs, and Crocodilla Dillies are a lock to make it out. Beast Mode Barbies didn't make elims all last year. I'm thinking with 8 coming out, they stand a pretty good shot. So I'm hoping they get sort of their first elim berth. 99 Problems with 9 people coming from out of state, I don't think is going to be enough to make it happen. And I think Kickball Things will sneak out of that pool, being the 6th seed, not having to play Bombshells. And then from Pool B, I think Tampa Bay's is probably not going to do it. Like Amanda Rogers mentioned, they have a lot of first-timers. And I guess I have to pick one more. I don't know who my other pick will be. I don't know who's on Kickball Things. I'm terrible. I didn't look at the roster. But I would venture to guess that they won't make it out either.
All right, well, stay on the edge of your seats for the next picks, because we are transferring into our very first Marry, Fuck, Kill. Callie is ready, you guys.
Yes. We're going to take our shot on this one.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. You haven't played this game before. It's very simple. There are 3 different choices. 1 choice has to be marry, 1 choice has to be fuck, and 1 choice has to be kill. I think that might be the first time that I've full-on said fuck part out loud. It makes me real uncomfortable every time.
F also stands for fornicate.
That doesn't make it any better. All right, so here we go. Our first options are going to be...
Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, we got
friendship. All right, we have actually a Florida male-themed MFK for this first round. So Anthony Frenchek, choice number 2. Choice number 1. Choice number 2 is John Barber. Like Panda said, captain of Blackout, also a Florida local, and apparently coaching Tampa Bays. And last but not least, Carvis. Carvis, I believe, is still Life's a Pitch coach, and he's on Havoc, right?
Hazard. That was close.
Same thing.
Guys, I just started my computer over and all my notes are gone. All right. Callie, you were rubbing those palms together. Who are your choices?
She's so excited.
I'm so excited. So marry, fuck, kill.
Those are your
That was
options.
rough. This is hard because none of these men are my type, but I'm gonna give it a go.
Too much penis in the category altogether.
Jackie does it.
It's rough. It's a little rough. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna start with kill because why not?
That'll be good.
I think I would have to kill Carvis because I don't know him and I know the other two like well enough to not want to kill them. I'm not saying that I wouldn't also want to marry or fuck Carvis, but that's to me. You know, that's kind of a prerequisite. But I think that I would definitely fuck Faber. Did I say
Farber?
Farber? I like to call him Johnny Kickball.
Johnny Kickball.
I don't even know if that's his name. And marry Frenchia, because when I did like men, that would be the type of men that I would marry. So there you go.
Yeah.
Those are all very logical reasons.
Yeah.
I'm a logical person. It doesn't take,
I already forgot who's in the category.
All right, well,
I get to go.
let's skip.
Let's see. I only know John Farber, and I don't know him well. I've met John a couple times, so I would marry him because he seems super nice. Hi, John. And I don't know.
I think you should fuck Carvis.
Fuck Carvis. He has a nice smile. So I haven't met him, but yeah, seems like a good time. And then I guess that means kill Anthony. And I only know him because of his short shorts, which I support and think is fantastic. But I would kill you, so sorry. But I'll buy you a drink in Palm Beach.
Before she kills you.
Maybe part of the plan. You'll never know.
Excellent. Panda, what you got?
I don't really know Anthony at all, so I'd have to kill him. Sorry. No offense. John, I've played kickball with him before. Super nice dude. I don't know. He's always been really nice to me, so I guess I would marry him. And my last choice is to fuck Cabo.
All right. Amanda Z, you're up. Oh, Amanda Z, your turn.
You're so funny.
I want to join all the sister wives. I'm totally going to marry Johnny. I think my answers are actually going to be the same as Amanda's all the way through. Although I'd prefer to refrain from saying fuck Cabo out loud. But
I know, it's weird. It's weird. I know.
You know. But I did, so.
I hope he's not listening.
I have to see him at practice on Sunday. And his lovely, lovely girlfriend.
You know, if these podcasts really held you to the act, it would be a dangerous world out there. So it's all right. Okay. Well, I'm going to marry Harvest because that man knows how to talk some good shit during a game, and I think he could use a woman to really straighten him out and keep him in line. And be that good woman for him. And I think,
can you get him to sign up for West Palm Beach?
yeah, I probably can. I can probably do that. I've got a pretty good strong arm system. I think that I would. I think you guys, I know the picks ahead of time and I still get I think I'm gonna kill Anthony. I don't know. I mean, you're a nice guy, but maybe like it'll get me. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to incriminate myself. And I think I'll sleep with John. And that's all.
Sleep with. Yeah, very PG.
Thank you. Zoran, we made it through. What are your top 8 picks for coming out? You can do the 3 teams that won't make it for next year.
I don't want to do that. That seems super negative for a tournament of 11.
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to me.
Do the other teams. The other teams? Yeah.
That's true. I struggled with this because I tried to do some research, and like y'all said, they kind of took away the stalking option on the website. So I couldn't even, all I could see was names, like first names and no picture on the rosters. So that wasn't helpful at all. Thank you, 365. So I know nothing about or Beast Mode Barbies or 99 Problems or Kickball Things or Tampa Bays or Crazy Pitches. So that made my picks super hard. But I guess in Pool A, I'd go with Bombshells, Cheetahs, Crocodile Dilly, and one more. Super helpful. Probably Beast Mode Barbies and 99 Problems. And then Pool B, BJ's, TBD, and Life's a Pitch.
All right.
That was 8.
That was 8. Very good. Don't mind me. I'm just joking a little bit. Panda, who are your toppers?
Sorry, the 3 not making it out. Kickball Things, Crazy Pitches, Tampa Bays.
Well done.
Sorry.
Okay. I have in the top 8, in no particular order, Bombshells, Raging Cheetahs, Crocodile Dilly, Flying VJs, TBD, Life's a Pitch, Tampa Bays, and Crazy Pitches. So I don't have 99, Kickball, and Beast Mode Barbies.
All right, cool. Before we go deeper in, and Callie, I'm melding your picks with Zorn since you won't either. It's nothing.
No question.
Yes, Callie.
Did 99 Problems not play in Atlanta last year? Were they available? Is that what you're saying? They were available last year?
There was an avail.
But now they're coming as established.
They are, and I think there's also an overlap of the girls who played on 99 Problems as an established team back in 2015.
Well, if I had to pick, I would do what Zorn did, but I'd put them in there and kick somebody else out. I don't really know who, but they looked pretty good in Atlanta, so I'll give them that. That's all I can say about that.
That's a great point. Okay, you guys, there's been some rule changes. For now, let's kind of hone in on the availables change, which basically says you cannot have more than 5 women represented on your availables team who are within the top 10 rankings. Those rankings are based off of an 8-week snapshot. Snapshot is a confusing word. It's basically 8 weeks before a tournament is made. Whatever those rankings say at that time equals the top 10. And availables rules from last year and just the last 2 years still haven't gone away. You can't have any more than 5 players from any given established team. Given these parameters, Amanda Z, interested to hear your thoughts, how it's going to help or hurt individuals versus established team versus Kickball 365, just kind of an overview of the pros and cons, or just one or the other if you have those.
I get what the rule was getting at. I like the spirit of it and sort of the idea they were trying to tackle. I think from a captaining perspective, it's a bit of a logistical nightmare. And it still, to me, doesn't seem super clear on exactly how that snapshot will work. I know a couple of our tournaments are exactly 8 weeks apart. So is it sort of before or after? And so I don't love how it played out. I do think availables has always sort of been a who do you know club. And as somebody that captained a new team last year and has tried to introduce a bunch of new people, it's really hard for those new players to get on availables teams that have any shot of winning any games, not necessarily like a chance to compete and win the tournament, but a reasonable chance to make it out of pool play. So I think it helps those folks sort of get into kickball and get a better tournament experience. And I hope we sort of can, I hope there's some sort of tool or way to connect those folks more than just kind of a Facebook post. I think that'll sort of help this rule in practice more.
Right. And logistically speaking, just to kind of summarize that first point of being a captain in Nightmare, you're kind of saying understanding when a team is within that top 8, we're not necessarily planning availables teams just 8 weeks before they're out. So taking a gamble and thinking that a team will fall or stay below within that top 10. Panda, thoughts?
Tough. It makes me not want to travel for availables. It makes me only want to play local.
How come?
How come?
Yeah.
Just depending on who's going to join, who's going to fall. Because, I mean, right now, you know, High Beams, I guess, doesn't exist anymore. Maybe. But Unleashed is at 12, and you have, like, you know, really good teams, All In at 9, the Remix at 10, that are right there on the cusp that, you know, if you have these girls lined up for your team and they happen to fall out, you're just like, oh crap, you know, what if they're in your triangle? You know, what if they're significant players in your lineup? I'm very thankful I'm not a captain for availables, and I don't ever want to be for that reason. It was already tough enough getting people to travel before. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like for women's, I would be more prone to maybe travel a little further than co-ed. But I don't think it's as bad for women's because there's a lot of talent. I did the top 30 teams, and there's a lot of talent out there. So, and to Amanda's point, it'll be good for the girls that don't really get that exposure that all the other ones do that have traveled, you know, a lot. So
Definitely. Callie and Zorn?
We're going to take our other shot now.
Hold on. Please hold. You want to go? I'll go first. Yeah, I think that, like Amanda said, it's really hard on captains to have that 8-week timeline, and I think that's going to make things difficult for the captains. But I know a lot of people hate it. I personally play availables for fun and to play with people that I've met at tournaments, so I don't necessarily play availables to win, and I'm not a top 15 player, so it doesn't really affect me. I'm still going to go to the tournaments I want to go to. And I'm still going to play, whereas I know a lot of people are mad about the rule and they're not going to play or, you know, can't play, whatever they want to say. But I think the people that want to play will find a way. And it also, like Panda said, will give kind of the players that are not top 15 more opportunities to play maybe and kind of spread the love around and maybe get those players some more tournaments and get the exposure. And maybe even the playing field. It just sucks that because the regional rules have kind of put a damper on how many tournament or, you know, who we can play with. I feel like kind of limiting availables is kind of just a kick in the nuts, so to speak, because it limits. I mean, if you can't play on a local established team, like you want to play availables, and now they're limiting that even further. So that makes it tough, but I'm still going to play and have fun. So looking forward to it.
Cool.
I'm personally going to preface this with I appreciate the rules committee. I know it is a shit job to be on that kind of situation to like control things that people don't want to hear or they don't like, but it works for some, but it doesn't work for anyone. Anyways, I appreciate you guys and I appreciate those people trying to make this better, whether or not it works for everybody. With that being said, I do feel like women's side of things needs a completely different view than the co-ed side of things. I don't think that top 15, top 5, this, that region, I don't think it should apply because the women's is still relatively so much smaller than the guy side or the co-ed side of it. Not the guy side, but whatever. I mean,
It is what it is.
So I feel like in that respect, it needs kind of, I don't want to say its own rules committee, but it needs certain viewpoints that are different from the co-ed. Like it needs to be completely separate.
Some rules should be separate. Absolutely.
For this rule and all the rules that have came in the last like 3 years, they don't apply to me because I'm not top 10, I'm in region, all that good stuff. So, or not top 15. So I benefit from the rule because we're hot commodities. I became valuable because I'm not half bad. I'm not great. So, you know, whatever. But I feel bad for people that it does affect, you know, like it sucks. I get it, but I'm still going to keep playing kickball and do what I do because I'm not, you know, going to win a championship. So it's, you know, I'm just there for funsies. So.
I would like to throw out that in my first year on the rules committee, I definitely was under the impression we would have more to do with sort of the structure, the things they call the structure of the circuit. So availables, rules, regionalization, regions in general. And what I learned is sort of our voice is heard, but it is definitely the executive committee who makes the final decisions on all those sorts of things. Like as the rules committee, we do the player transfers and we do like technical applications of the rules. So like we do fun things like add a word or remove a word from the encroachment definition. Really, there's a lot of debate around the word and. It's truly confusing. But I do think, I'm with you that women's and co-ed are different. And I personally think it's a little crazy that there isn't a female voice in kind of that exec committee that's making those decisions for women's.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think I was one of the loud voices about women's top 15 not being the same as co-ed top 15, wanting to change that. I do think I get the rule. I don't think it's, I mean, I kind of have the mindset that you guys are saying, like, if people want to play, they'll play. Like, if I want to put a team together, I'll put a team together. I'll figure it out. I think that it's not the end of the world. I think for women in the top 15 on the co-ed side, it's a little bit of a different ball game. But on the women's side in general, I think the available teams will be cool. I mean, there's already a lot that are being formed and coming out, so I like the way that it's shaping up. I'm gonna drizzle into my top 8 picks for next weekend as we hit the end of the road for West Palm Beach. And a couple other topics. I have going to the top 8: Crocodilly Dilly, Bombshells, TBD, Life's a Pitch, VJs, Barbies, Tampa Bays, and 99 Problems. That leaves out Crazy Pitches, Kickball Things, and Raging Cheetahs. I thought that Pool A would get pretty shaken up. So as we go into 2018, there is a lot of talk about the growth of circuit. And I think when people are talking about the growth of circuit, they're talking about the business. But the growth, if we talk about it team-wise, that's one way I want you to think about it. And growth, if we talk about the women's side, not just in the number of women teams and not just in the number of teams that are showing up, but the actual growth that might show itself in other ways. What are we seeing that we didn't see 3 years ago? What's the difference between the game now than before? And how are people talking about it when they're explaining it to their friends to recruit, to get them interested, or to bring them over from co-ed, either recreational or competitive kickball, into competitive women's circuit? So, Callie and Zorn, interested on your thoughts there?
I don't know. This is tough because I haven't played women's kickball that long. I just finished my 3rd year in circuit, so I still feel new. We were talking earlier about how like Dallas doesn't have an all women's kickball league, or like even occasionally we put together like reverse co-ed teams, but I feel like there is enough interest in Dallas that we could do a women's league. because there are tons of Waka leagues, Go Kickball, or even, I don't know how good the talent is there, but I feel like there's enough players that we could maybe do a women's league and just kind of expand on Dallas, but I don't see that happening this year or even next year. As far as the growth of women's kickball, like overall, like I said, I don't really know. I haven't really done a lot of, I don't know. We're losing some teams. We're picking up some teams this year, so that's all I know. But yeah, I don't see a lot of growth in Dallas, Dallas-Fort Worth. I guess you could count that as growth. I mean, Fort Worth was added last year with Cowtown. Yeah. And there's lots of good female players in Fort Worth as well. Some of them are on Bojangles. So, but yeah, I don't really know a lot about growth in general. Kelly?
Yeah, and I mean, like Zorn said, I'm still relatively new. I think this will be my third year, like, going into it. And I brought one person who was crazy enough to want to play travel kickball. Like, it's hard for us to field girls for our Wednesday night drunk league. You know, like, I don't understand how places like Atlanta and like Florida, you guys have women kickballers coming out the woodworks. Like, I don't know where to find them. I wish I could in Dallas. I'm sure they're here. I don't know how to get them, but I don't know if it's just a different climate. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I can't find any more girls. I've exhausted my options on getting them out. So I don't know how to make it great, but Atlanta and Florida, you guys are doing your work there, so keep it up.
That's a good transition over to Panda.
All right. Well, if the player eligibility tracker is accurate, for this tournament, there are 30 girls that this is their first circuit event. So that's great. I think it'll be really good because, I mean, like me, I have lived in Jacksonville all my life and have only started playing kickball April 2016. So, I mean, it's crazy. You know, we don't have any women's leagues here. It was talked about briefly, but I just don't think that it would necessarily happen because Raging Cheetahs would probably get together, and I would play with them locally. We would probably get together and play and beat other people. So if we were spread around, then it would be really, really good. But that's what I see for this tournament. I really like the fact that there are so many girls that this is their first. It's awesome, and I know that they'll like the experience. My first women's tournament was JKO. Man, I really bunted like crap, but I had a great time. You know, like, I didn't care about how I played. I had an awesome time, and there are other girls that were like more competitive than me, and it made me so happy. So it was just really cool.
Amanda Z, anything to add?
One of the trends I've noticed is it feels like more and more women, and I don't know if it's because we're getting older or women's is getting more competitive and athletic, but women are choosing to just play women's or to focus more on women's, where like co-ed teams are okay traveling with 6 or 7 girls, and the girls are preferring to sit 1 or 2 games saying, hey, like, I'm here for Saturday, but I'm really here for Sunday. So I think that's definitely been some growth over the last 2 years. I feel like when I started in 2015, every girl did both, you know, and now it seems like there's a solid chunk of women who just play Sunday or who definitely take Sunday more seriously. I do think it's a little concerning that West Palm Beach, like, our only 2 out-of-state teams are VJs and 99 Problems, and both of us could only round up 9 girls to make the trip. I'm not sure what that says about the growth of the circuit, that if we're to a point where the only people who want to come are people who can drive to tournaments. Like you guys mentioned, that works okay in Florida because we seem to have a ton of kickball and a ton of women who are willing to play, but I don't know how that shakes out in some other cities and some other markets.
I agree. There's more women that are playing just on Sundays. I also think that women are kind of figuring out what they like. Like, do they like to play availables? Do they like to play established? I think there's a bigger trend of women branching out from one team because they've got other people, or they want to do things differently, or they want to bring more people in and there isn't already room on their one team. And I think that balance, kind of what Zorn said at the beginning, like some new teams, some teams not coming back. Like, it kind of is that balance of finding it. But if I had to guess, I honestly do think that it's growing. I think there are more women that are coming out and more women who are filtering in through like co-ed, fun type kickball leagues that people see and invite to play. And then it's like high school and college sports. But
I want to add on to what Amanda said about the travel. I think that it's okay because it's West Palm, it's South Florida. I mean, it's like expecting big turnout in Portland. You know, it's one of the corners. It's one of the four corners of the country. I feel like you're just not going to get the numbers as opposed to a JKO, which unfortunately is not on the schedule this year, where it's North Florida. You get your teams from, you can get them from Louisiana and beyond, where they can still drive. It's a long drive, a boring drive, but it's still doable. And you can get your teams from Virginia. There are, several up there that would travel. So I think that definitely has something to do with it as well. And it's flying into West Palm. It's not like, you're flying directly into a larger airport. So.
Yeah.
Good.
Can I add something? Sorry.
Yeah.
Plus, it's the first tournament of the year too. So teams with all the rule changes are still figuring their shit out and wondering, still figuring out roster changes and trying to add people probably. So I think that the rule changes maybe hurt attendance a little bit for this first tournament, but I think moving forward, I think there will be definitely more teams. But the location changes a lot too. The only reason I'm going is because I've never been there, so super excited about that. But I think, I think the changes hurt a lot of people, and people are trying to figure their shit out. So,
yeah, I think that's true. People are still getting it together. Okay, guys, before we pick our top 4, 2, and winner of next weekend, we have to do another MFK. And I will be fully transparent and say that this next one was completely somebody else's idea. They helped me come up with it, but I thought it was pretty clever.
for sure.
So, here is what we've got going on. Your first choice for this round, Gosling, specifically from The Notebook. This is Ryan Gosling only from The Notebook. It's not him in any other role.
That one.
That's choice number.
Post-war.
Mm-hmm.
Choice number 2. Will Smith only from Hitch. He's only
pre-gammed
Will
with
Smith.
Hitch.
What?
Oh my God.
Last but not least, Matthew McConaughey only in How to Lose a Guy in 10
Oh
Days.
my God.
These are 3 celebrity choices. And Amanda Z, you're up first.
I'm thinking I haven't watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days in probably a decade. I know Eric will kill me. He watches it a lot. Oh boy. I'm gonna kill Ryan Gosling. I can't keep up. He's a lot in that movie for me.
Hashtag.
Okay. Keep up.
I guess that means I'm marrying Matthew McConaughey and having sex with Will Smith.
Right.
You can't really lose at this part.
I feel like he's the day doctor. He's got to have some tricks up his sleeve.
Callie, while Zorn's up, you're up.
Yeah, Zoran's making our drinks. I'm personally going to switch it up, and I'm going to go with the female leads in this. So that's Rachel McAdams, Eva Mendes, and Kate Hudson. So I would like to marry. I would like to marry Rachel McAdams. She just seems like she'd be a great cook and do laundry and stuff. And then that's rough. That's a tough pick. I'm gonna marry Kate Hudson and kill Eva Mendes.
You married Rachel McAdams and Kate Hudson.
Oh my god, I didn't know this was the rule police. Sorry, I guess I don't really want to say
Rules police. Right here.
Y'all are right. I apologize. Which one am I marrying?
You married Rachel McAdams.
Yes, I would fornicate with. That sounds rough. I don't like that. I would sleep with Kate Hudson and kill Eva Mendes.
Amanda gave up on us.
No, I didn't. My computer.
It's all right. You're fine.
God,
Dorn is
all three of them. I would marry Hitch because he has his shit together, but he's still like adorably a mess.
He also still doesn't have a job, but
he doesn't. He has a nice apartment. He has to be doing something.
After he got exposed, he lost his job. Continue.
Oh my god. And then you were the marry police. Hitch, definitely marry. I would have fun with Ryan Gosling because he's just so adorable. And I would kill Matthew McConaughey, which I never thought I would ever say.
All right.
Because I love him. He's a Texan. Yeah. I'm the worst.
That's a little rough.
He's also probably watching this podcast right now.
You what?
He's probably watching this podcast.
He probably is. Oh.
All right, Panda, you're up.
All right. I think this is somewhat easy. So, although I'll go with the kill first. Sorry, Will Smith, that allergic reaction, man. I'm sorry. God, I feel like an asshole.
Oh no.
I would have to for sure marry Matthew McConaughey because I love that man. Oh my gosh. He's wonderful. He's just wonderful. I love the sound of his voice. It's so soothing.
It really is.
I think I would have to,
No,
we don't.
I think I'd have to do the dirty with Ryan Gosling because he's just obsessed with Rachel McAdams in that movie, so he'd make it real good,
Yeah.
Totes.
I would 1,000% marry Ryan Gosling from The Notebook. He wrote handwritten letters every day. His husband alive. I would sleep with Will Smith from Hitch. He was like coaching men on what to do, so it seems like he would, have some experience. And I would kill Matthew McConaughey because he was a little whiny for a little bit in there. I like a man with a lot of confidence. So. All right, ladies, we're towards the end. We're picking our final four into the champion of West Palm Beach. And Panda, you are up from your 8. Who's your 4? Who's your 2? Who's your 1?
Okay. Final 4, I have Bombshells, Crocodilly Dilly, TBD. I hate that they don't have a freaking name. Dude, come on.
We do. It's just to be determined.
And Life's a Pitch. That's my 4. Top 2, Crocodilly Dilly, of course, and Bombshells. And then Crocodilly Dilly is winning it. What? I'm sorry. Guys, don't be mad at me.
You guys, I have the exact same picks as Panda, so I'm just going to skip right over and head to Panda Z.
Who's next? Sorry.
Amanda Z, you guys just coach it. You guys talk it over. Make sure.
Oh, man. I was hoping y'all would go. I didn't prepare. I know you were doing homework. I'll go backwards. I think Bombshells takes their hometown tournament. They looked really good in a lot of spurts last year, glancing over their roster. I think this will be the one. I think they have the depth they need to win. I think they'll beat Crocodile Dilly in the finals. And then I think I don't know who I think else goes to top 4. I like Raging Cheetahs. They picked up some other pieces from Jacksonville. I think Jean is kind of a low-key stud for their team, and I think she can really do a lot of good for them. She's a monster at first base, and I've played with her in women's, and I really think she can be the difference maker for them. So I'm going to take them to the Final Four, and I'm going to go out on a limb and support my friends from Orlando, Crazy Pitches.
Good to support your friends, but not your own team, right?
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Ooh, awkward.
Quick.
I'm a little nervous. 9's a lot. Florida's hot. They all live in Atlanta. I'm down here. We'll see. It's really hard being stuck in Florida. Like, they all practice and see each other, but I don't. We have some newer girls coming out, making the trip down, so I'm really not really sure what to expect from us on Sunday.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Always join a Florida team.
I've never heard that suggestion before. I appreciate your new and an innovative idea.
I know, it's so weird. So fresh.
I'm so glad you were here to hear that in person, in the flesh.
Amanda's a smart.
We're getting spiced up in here. Ladies.
Cut out real bad. So I had 5 teams in my top 4, so I'm already breaking the rules. I think Bombshells will definitely make it. And then I actually had VJs. So obviously, because they're, 2 established teams that are top 8, 10, whatever. So I had both of them making it in Final Four. And then Life's a Pitch, I'm not sure, just because, they are new, but they did well at CCC last year. So I don't know who's coming to this tournament versus who was at CCC. So I had them possibly making it, and then Crocodile Dilly and TBD also, because I think we have a pretty solid team. I'm very excited. I've played with most everyone on TBD except for a couple people, so I think we'll do well. And I have Bombshells and TBD in the final.
Who's your winner?
I have Bombshells winning. Sorry, Maddie.
I get. Callie, you helped pick.
I have in mine is going to be Bombshells, TBD, Crocodile, and 99. I think 99 is going to slip through. I think they're going to be the sleeper of the tournament. I don't really know why, but I just have a feeling.
You heard it here first.
Could be wrong. I do think that Bombshells might struggle a little without Becca. Not that she's like the one holding up the team, but Becca, get feeling better.
Hi, Becca.
But I think that, it's Becca. Like, she's flying around like a little squirrel.
She'll still be there. She'll be the hype man woman.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna do TBD and Croco in the finals. And that I'm not gonna pick between the two because that's between picking great friends and personally designed jersey, and I'm just not gonna do it. So
thank you. Also, you already secretly told me that you picked us before this podcast, so I just won't tell Zorn.
I only heard half of that, so I'm offended. It was funny.
Okay, well, forget it. All right, ladies, we've hit the end of discussing West Palm Beach, the rules that we will discuss for this, but I would just like to show all of the worldwide viewers that you're not just women who are good at sports, you have brains too. And since we're going to Florida for the first tournament of the year, I've put together just a couple Florida trivia questions.
Oh, no.
see what you know. So, Callie, you're up first. What fruit is Florida the largest producer of?
Florida oranges.
Incorrect. Does anyone else have a guess?
I was gonna guess oranges.
Also
was too.
incorrect again.
Hold on. Lime? Is it limes?
Limes is wrong. Oranges are wrong.
Strawberries?
Nope. You guys, watermelon.
Get out. Who knew?
I promise. The internet doesn't lie.
It does sometimes.
All right, Panda. True or false? No matter where you are in Florida, you can never be more than 60 miles from the beach.
Yeah.
60 miles.
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on. Let's bring up the map.
Bring out the map.
I have the answer. Don't bring out a map.
But why not when it's right here?
Mine's right here. I got a map too.
It's so small you can't even see it.
All right, Panda. Time's a ticking.
Well, dude, I already answered. I said false.
Oh, that's incorrect. The answer is true. All right. We're not showing them what we've got so far. Amanda Z. Which beach in Florida is known as the world's most famous beach?
I feel like I'm a faux Floridian.
I feel like it's Sarasota.
That's incorrect. Sarasota is not the right answer. Does anyone else have a guess?
Daytona?
Yeah!
Oh, good guess.
Got it. We got one.
We got a bunch
All
of hickaboos in Texas who love their NASCAR.
All right, Dallas ladies, last question. What sport has more of its playing area than any other state? So if it was like hockey, it would be a skating rink, whatever it plays on.
I'm sorry, what?
What sport has more of its dedicated playing area in Florida than any other state?
Oh. Any other state?
Is that professional sport?
Oh, good question. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But other non-professionals can play.
I'd say soccer. Soccer feels bigger than football. Soccer?
Soccer's wrong. Any other guesses?
Basketball court.
Baseball? Is it
I'm going
baseball?
softball.
Handball.
No. No.
Kickball.
Golf.
Is it kickball?
Oh, fucking golf. That's not a sport.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
Skill. That's a
It's a
skill.
skill, not a
That's a hobby.
It's a skill. It's really, really
Skill.
challenging. Not a sport.
That makes sense.
But that does make sense. It's not a sport.
All
We're
right,
the
ladies. It has been an absolute pleasure hosting the first Pillow Talk podcast of 2018 with you. Callie, have a great time in Mexico. Everybody else, looking forward to seeing you in a little over a week. And good luck to everyone.
Thanks.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.